Welcome to the internet, my friend. How can I help you?
KWHL.com.
On the line.
Yes.
He's there.
Mike Polocz. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How you guys doing this
morning? Fine. I got to ask you, how many phone calls have you received this morning already?
Plenty.
How many out-of-state phone calls?
Not as many. Those are mostly text and Facebook.
Those are going to come. Lead story in today's Anchorage Daily News: fisherman rescues bear cub in grip of Kenai whirlpool. The video is on our Facebook page if you want to watch it. And I guarantee you, Mike, you're going to get a lot more phone calls. This thing will go national. The reason why I think it is so compelling, I mean, the video itself is amazing. You guys in a drift boat. Now, it was your son rowing the drift boat, correct?
That's my son rowing the drift boat.
Let me just tell you, that kid knows what he's doing.
Believe it or not, he's a guide on the Kenai. That was his first time rowing the rapids out of Jim's Landing.
He did himself
really well.
He did himself proud. Now, I have floated the Kenai hundreds and hundreds of times, and it is not easy when you get near those whirlpools. I mean, everyone will tell you, you point at the whirlpool and you row the hell out of there.
Exactly.
You guys purposely put yourself into a whirlpool. Tell everybody why.
Well, we came across that bear cub just going in circles. And it just seemed the right thing to do, not to let the thing drown or watch it drown. That would have been just a total buzzkill for the day if we would have had to watch that poor thing drown. That story could have went a completely different way if that thing actually got in the boat. Mama probably would have charged us, and we'd be in the news for a whole different reason.
Now, could you actually see the mother bear on shore while you were trying to rescue the baby?
Couldn't physically see her, but at times you could hear her grunt.
And you say in the story it was a behemoth of a bear, the mother. How big would you estimate the mother bear was?
She wasn't that big, but she was nice size. Something that you wouldn't want to tangle with.
Correct. Now, I mean, the baby bear itself looks like it was probably a few months old. It wasn't a newborn. At what point did you first realize there was something different going on up ahead in that river?
Well, as we came around the curve, we noticed Mom and the one cub scatter, and we're kind of, dazed and kind of amazed that that one cub is still left. And as we got closer, it just started letting out those horrific cries.
I want to play really quickly, because this is the part I think that is getting everyone's attention, is the sound that this baby bear made. And listen, I know you've heard it 100 times. But
I hear it every night in my dreams.
Sure.
Oh, man.
This is the baby bear, and we didn't doctor this.
No.
And Mike will testify this is exactly the sound this bear made. You tell me, folks, what word does this bear sound like it's saying?
What?
That bear is saying bear.
It sounds like a guy from Boston.
Yes, bear!
Bear!
I mean, did you guys pick that up immediately when you heard it?
I actually think he's saying ma.
Wow.
Ma.
And it's amazing is because in the video, the bear would circle away from you guys because it's in a whirlpool.
Yeah.
And then you can hear the bear getting louder and louder and louder. It's because the whirlpool is pushing it right back into your boat.
Exactly. And in hindsight, watching the video, and I can take the comments. We literally look like the Three Stooges out there. In hindsight, the bear was in such distress.
Oh yeah,
he wanted to get in either my net or the boat so bad.
There's the one part where you get the net near the bear, and he's reaching for it.
Exactly.
I mean, at this point, the bear has lost all of its natural fear of you.
Oh, yeah.
And he's realizing, I don't care what these things are or what they're doing, it's better than what the hell I'm in right now.
Exactly. Well, this thing looked me right in the eyes and said, quit poking me, please, pull me in the boat.
Help me.
I need you to help.
And emotionally, I mean, I know the adrenaline's going, but what's going on emotionally for you as you're watching this bear, realizing if you don't do something quick, it's going to die?
I'll tell you what, I've had just a couple of things in my life compared to that. Number one, obviously, is the birth of my son.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I was lucky enough to bring one of the world's largest American flags on the field at Soldier Field. First football game after 9/11, be on the field with the Navy.
Wow.
And I want to say the bear is above that.
Wow.
It's still giving me goosebumps.
Yeah. How long was that bear in that whirlpool before you were able to get it to the side, to the bank?
I want to say just from he had to have been in there at least a good 10 to 15 minutes before we got there. And once we arrived there, I want to say we were at least in that whirlpool for another 10 to 15 minutes. So that bear was struggling for I'm estimating close to a half hour. He didn't have any gas left. If I didn't get lucky with that one last poke, he was going under.
You mentioned that you can take some of the comments. What are some of the comments people are making?
Oh, just the comments, natural selection.
No. You interfered with the,
and I can understand that. Natural selection. It's I can equate it to I see some kid running out in the middle of the street. Am I supposed to let him get hit because he's dumb?
Right.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing is, when you're in the moment, but I could sense it, man. That feeling that you had of desperation. It's if you forget about everything else.
Absolutely. That was no doubt in all of our minds. That was the best fishing trip excursion we ever had. I mean, for all the serendipitous things that happened for us to come along, and this is the weirdest thing is we've fished that river so many times. They raised the red limit. Nobody was trout fishing. There was not another boat on that river.
Really?
Not until we got to the ramp at Ski Lock. We see nobody, not one other person the whole time.
You think about it, talking with Mike Polocz, the guy that actually rescued this baby bear from drowning. Had you guys taken off 5 minutes sooner, you'd have been past that bear.
Exactly.
And there's no way you'd have been able to get back to it.
Exactly.
Wow. So right place, right time. And I say, you know what? God bless you, man.
Yes, sir.
You did, something that you'll remember forever. It's a story. And the thing that it was captured on video makes it even all the better that we can share it with you.
Right. And I would like to share one other thing about the video, especially if the story goes national, because I love my son to death. We actually put a pole on the back of the boat. My son has what's called a GoPro camera. He records a lot of his trips. He didn't turn it on.
Oh.
We should have had that whole thing from start to finish with an overview. And I'm kind of glad he didn't, because I'd be getting teased from some of my friends because I was shaking so bad after we finally got that thing to shore. It was quite funny, but he's quite devastated that he forgot to turn that GoPro camera on.
Well, one of the things that you mentioned in the story is, had you not been able to get that bear out of that whirlpool, you would have jumped in after it.
Absolutely.
You realize, don't you?
I'd have about 45 seconds.
That would be probably one of the dumbest decisions you ever could have made in your life. And I understand adrenaline gets you going, but now you're in a whirlpool with a terrified bear who is also very sweet, but he's got razors on his hands and would have no problem clawing the hell out of you.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I said, in hindsight, I'm lucky and smart that, A, we looked like the Three Stooges. We were able to poke it out of there. B, I wasn't dumb enough to actually jump in.
Right.
And C, in hindsight, what I should have done is I should have taken the anchor rope, tied a life jacket to it, threw it over the back of the boat. The thing would have grabbed onto it. We could have rowed it right to the side of the shore and been done.
Well, sir, that's in Saving Bear Drowning Cub 101. I don't know how you missed that.
Either do I.
Well, listen, man, what a great story.
Yeah.
And I tell you, there's not going to be another fishing story to top that one, buddy.
No.
It's definitely nothing's ever going to top that in my life. There's just no doubt about it.
Once the bear got to the bank, how long did it take for Mama to be reunited with Baby?
It got up to the bank. I want to say it ran about maybe 10, 15 yards into the woods, and you heard it do that scream again where I say it's saying, Ma.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And then you just hear a couple of trees and twigs cracking, and then off they went. You couldn't see them, but you could hear them. And, that cub's going to be eating berries for at least
I'm good with
more weeks on a timeout.
I'm sure he's probably still napping.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a great story, man, and we appreciate you being on the show with us. And by the way, how was fishing?
We caught one.
One big one.
Yeah. Well, I don't think any of us were focused on fishing after that.
Yeah.
What did you guys say to each other afterwards? It was all over.
The whole time we were looking at each other just saying that this isn't possible. Are we on a National Geographic show or caught in the Twilight Zone? I told my son, make sure you have that camera on, because when we get out into Ski Lock, there's probably going to be a big USO that comes out.
Well, you did good, man. You did real good. Thanks for being on the Bob Marks Show this morning, okay?
Hey, thank you, guys.
All right, have a great day.
All right.
You too.
All right, there you go. That's the guy that saved this guy. Wow.
.1065 K-Whale.